Hello, this is Squall Snake from mygamer.com and squallsnake.com, and today I am playing Secret of Mana on PlayStation 4. Gonna start a brand new game. First time I'm playing this PS4 version, and I am gonna do English, whether you like it or not. And of course, English subtitles, and let's get the original names, Randy. I love Secret of Mana, one of my favorite games of all time. On Super Nintendo, of course, so anxious to play this PS4.
Long ago, the world prospered and humanity thrived thanks to a power known as mana.
Nice new intro scenes over the SNES original.
However, humans soon sought to use mana to create the ultimate weapon, a floating battleship called the Mana Fortress. This greedy arrogance angered the gods, who in turn unleashed vicious beasts into the world. A violent war between the mana beasts and the fortress engulfed the world in poison and fire, but disappeared. In humanity's bleakest hour, a hero wielding the mana sword appeared and destroyed the fortress. The world was left in shambles, and yet humanity persevered, and there was peace throughout the land. But as time passes, so history repeats.
Cool. I have my Secret of Mana collection on pre-order, the physical version on Switch, and I was able to pick up this PS4 version for really cheap. It was $8 online shipped.
Hey!
The physical copy. So I was like, I can't pass this up, gotta test it out.
Up! Whoa! Shh! Be quiet, stupid. If the Elder finds us here, we're done for.
No mouth animations, huh?
We're not supposed to be here. Everyone in the village knows about the ghost.
You really believe that old fib? The grown-ups just say there's a ghost to scare us away. But I did hear Grandma say she saw something shiny by the falls when she was little.
Maybe it's treasure. Let's go find it.
Help! I'm gonna fall! Ah!
Here we go.
Oh, whoa! Ouch! There's no way back up. Now what am I gonna do?
So I like how the map, the mini-map, is the Super Nintendo game. Kind of a nice touch. I saw some reviews when this game first came out. This re-release here, this remake, weren't too favorable.
Listen.
Huh? The village is this way, but I'll never get through here without a weapon.
Let's find out. I don't like the whole not mouth moving thing. That seemed really cheap.
Take the sword.
That's creepy.
Who are you? And what's a sword doing here? Too bright! What's with this light? Oh! A ghost!
Listen. I entrust the sword
Huh? What do you mean? Ugh, what's up with this sword? The light's fading already. Oh, I have to get back to the village!
And called the Ghostbusters. So that was kind of creepy. Yeah, I love the original Secret of Mana. Played the hell out of it when I was, I don't know, like 8 or something when that game came out.
Whoa!
Or whatever it was.
What's a rabbi doing in a place like this?
So for those of you who are maybe watching this who are unfamiliar, the combat is a little different because you can't just button mash. You have to wait for the meter at the bottom to hit 100%. There should be a candy. Yeah, there you go. If you attack while the meter is not at 100%, it's a very weak attack. So it keeps the game from button mashing. Another candy. Oh, 4G. And you get a little beat. It's at 100. Yeah, the Super Nintendo Secret of Mana just had an amazing soundtrack. The game looked gorgeous. It still does. 2D pixel art. Awesome looking game. Originally it was supposed to be for the PlayStation Nintendo CD add-on. And then when that didn't happen, Square was like, well, we gotta just kind of fit this on a regular Super Nintendo cartridge instead of on a CD at the time. So there was some compression and things like that. The rumor was there was some content that was supposed to be there that had to get cut. But I still love the game regardless. Take that, critical hit. Loading screens in between. Even though it's pretty short, just still doesn't seem right. I'm used to the instant transitions from the Super Nintendo game. Alright, so my sword is level 1, so I should be able to hold down the attack button now and warm it up. Yeah, you warm it up, but when you warm it up, you walk slow. But you give one bigger, stronger attack. Kill everybody to get some early experience points. Doesn't hurt to grind a little bit in the beginning. These are more aggressive. There you go. Yeah, and then when you get a level up, your health automatically goes. Back to the village, where we have to fight the mantis ant.
Did you see that? Something lit up the sky near the falls a moment ago. I have a bad feeling about it.
There's transparency effect there. This is the item shop.
On an errand for the Elder? Don't dawdle. Welcome. What'll it be?
What'll it be? The gold, I only have 46.
Anything else?
I should check.
Come again.
Well, it's actually... So hit the square button here on the PlayStation game, and you get the ring. Quick gear, options, action grid, weapon level, magic level, guide, game log, status, targeting. So I do have overalls. And I do not have I just have my head. So I can buy that bandana, but I am a little bit short on gold.
The Elder was looking for you. What did you do this time?
Voice acting kind of sucks, which is disappointing. There's the inn. It costs 5 gold. I don't need to sleep. I'm fine. I'm not going to buy the bandana because I'm going to fight the Mantis Hand. It doesn't matter because you always win the first boss battle. Here is Gemma. I've never known how to officially pronounce it.
I think that guy is a knight. What's he doing in a little village like...
Oh, it's you. Elliot just stopped by, but he didn't look too good. What happened?
So I just got done actually playing through Adventures of Mana on the Vita, which is also on mobile, and I think these are the exact same character models that were in that Vita game. Exactly. So they're just reusing assets from their previous game. That's a remake of Final Fantasy Adventure, which is the first game in the series. Normally you don't have to go in here, there's nothing in here, there's just towns. I just want to check this out.
Stop playing with that sword before you hurt someone. I'll tell the Elder on you.
Yeah, the voice acting's pretty terrible. Well, we can go over here and trigger the cutscene.
Oh, you're alright. Elliot just told me what happened.
I thought you were a goner.
That's why I told you not to bring someone like him along.
You idiots! None of you were supposed to wander into that area. What's that you have there? Oh no, it couldn't be.
It couldn't.
Cool! Did you find the treasure?
Way to go!
What have you done? That's the Mana Sword. There's no way you could have pulled it free.
Mana Sword? But legend says the village will be destroyed if it's removed.
I never thought it'd come to this. The Mana Sword is said to protect the village from disaster. But now...
Aha! So you're the reason all those monsters are attacking us. You yanked out the sword and doomed the whole village. It's your fault, you outsider. Hey, stop! Shut up. It's all your fault. Leave me alone! An earthquake!
The Mantis Ant fight, where the game just kind of a little bit about boss battles and how to fight properly. Elliot gets wounded.
Help! I'm a monster! You have a sword, why don't you use it?
Can you hear me? Calm down and study the enemy's movements to look for an opening!
Take more than that! Take more than that!
Listen to my advice. Clear your mind. Wait for your power to return to 100%. Then be sure your aim is true.
So you have to die and just get instantly revived. It's the only time that happens in the game. Because you get kind of attacked with these powerful spells, you're not really prepared for it. But that's okay.
Takes more than that!
Trophy, defeat Mantis Ant. So this game has a lot of trophies, and they're all, most of them I think are boss battle based. You gotta beat some bosses, you get a trophy. So you just play the game kind of naturally, you should get most of them. Way to go. So I got the sword over, and then this guy pulls me
Wait
up.
there. I'll pull you up.
Great music.
Stay
a nice
back!
little remix.
I didn't do nothing!
Still might prefer the Super Nintendo original though, if I'm being honest.
You seem to be in possession of the real Mana Sword. This is troubling.
Why is that?
Legend says the sword can only be retrieved by a knight when the world is in peril. But you are far too young for such a responsibility. Something must be wrong with the Mana Sword.
Here, you take it.
No, I cannot. The sword has lost its power. It must be restored. Only the one who pulled it free can do that.
Then, what should I do?
Visit Sage Luca in the Water Palace. The sage has protected these lands for over 200 years. You would do well to listen to her advice.
Hey! The Elder wants you to come to his house.
I'll be off. I have duties to attend. My name is Jimma, and I'll be waiting for you at the Water Palace.
Get going!
Let's see if status menu? Money, 146. Yes, you get some gold from defeating the Mantis Ant. I do want to buy my bandana now. You get like 1 defense from
My
it.
nerves are shot. I'm closing up shop for...
I guess you can't buy it. I don't think the game lets you go this way either. Oh, maybe it does. I just wanted to test this out. So I gotta go to the Elder's house. Bounce around way more than the Super Nintendo game, I want to say. Alright, let's go to the Elder's house. He kicks you out, but he's like, here's 2 treasure chests with some gold in it before you leave.
Elder, we can't ignore this.
We're at our wit's end. Who knows when another monster will appear?
Oh, it's you. You've really done it this time. That sword has protected us for years. Once you removed it, the monster started attacking the village.
It's settled. We can't let him stay in the village anymore. He'll just bring more monsters.
Go!
Get out of here!
Yeah! Leave here now!
What's up with that horribly jerky animation?
I don't want to do this, but I have no choice. I banish you from this village. There's a treasure chest downstairs. Take the contents and be on your way.
I knew something bad was going to happen.
This is all because you removed...
I took you in as a child, but there's...
I'll be kinda lonely, but it's all your fault anyway.
We're in danger as long as you're here.
No sympathy from these people.
Are you going somewhere?
Yeah, 1 chest. And you get 50 gold. Oh, did you see that on the wall? Let me go back down. Hold on, I hate these loading screens. The picture on the wall. You see this picture right here? That's the hero from Adventures of Mana, the game that I just beat on Vita. And it's also on mobile. I think it's like, you know, $10 or something, which is a remake of the first Mana game, which is Final Fantasy Adventure, known here in America, which was on Game Boy. There's a nice little Easter egg. Nothing else here.
I took you in as a child. You wouldn't remember. You were just... But I was there when your mother first came to this village. After she disappeared, I did my best to raise you. But today is the day we must part ways. I hope that you find your mother again someday. Goodbye.
Bummer. else is open here? That's the end.
I'm only selling you stuff because the Elder said I had to. Welcome! What'll it be?
Alright, so I already have overalls. I am going to buy my bandana for 50 gold.
Anything else? You have to equip the armor before it'll have any effect.
Well, 2 defense. Still, better than nothing. Also, the icon. If you notice, the icon selection is at the very top of the ring. And maybe I'm crazy, but I think it was at the bottom on the Super Nintendo version. Not that that makes a difference, but I was just thrown a little bit off using the ring there. So you gotta go down here and you gotta talk to this dude.
You have everything you need?
Actually, no.
Hurry up and finish your...
I think you gotta save it still at the end. Let me try that real quick. Just in case.
One night is 5 GP. Stay the night?
So you still get the same sound effects as the Super Nintendo game.
Do you have everything you need? By order of the Elder, you have been banished from Poto's village. Now be gone.
So they won't let you walk.
By order of the Elder, you have...
In the Super Nintendo game, there's a way you can sneak past this guy. If you keep hitting, when you gotta get more party members, you get your other 2 party members, you keep hitting select and moving up, and you can sneak your way in. Candy, by the way, gives you some health back. So you can go over here to the cannon travel, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go the long way because I'm going to level up a little bit.
Hi! We, the Cat and Travel Brothers, are building a global network. Going to the Water Palace? Gemma's already left. It only takes 1 blast to get there by cannon, and Gemma's paid your way. Hop in. That's the spirit. Just pop yourself into the back.
I want to see this effect, actually. Normally you have to pay for cannon travel. I think it's usually pretty inexpensive. You never go into the barrel, you just kind of walk behind it. Alright, let's see what they did here. Oh, that's cheap. You don't get the transitional mode 7. You just... Oh, what is that? That sucks. There's no cutscene?
Pandora has sent us to fight Elene, the witch who lives in the haunted forest.
Ellen. I thought it was like Eileen or
There's a shortcut warp that leads straight to the witch, but you need a whip to cross this chasm.
That's our leader, Major Dyla. He's young, but no one. He knows how dangerous this mission is. But I've never... Major Dyla, sir. All set.
Understood. Stay focused, men. Let's move out.
So over here is a little warp. I'm not going to go in there because I got to go talk to the water lady. And I don't have a whip. You get that later. And then you have to go save Tylock.
There. Let's go.
This is where you touch the mana seed. Later in the game, the water palace is under attack and you fight a boss here.
Uh-oh. Where's Luca? I guess I'll ask that girl over there. Hey, where do I find Luca?
Mind your manners. It's nice to see you again, Sage Luca.
You're very welcome.
Wait, you mean this little girl is 200 years old?
Luca, monsters have started invading villages. This young boy just fought one himself.
You underestimate my intelligence. World news flows into this palace with the water's own currents. Mana grows ever weaker. That could explain how this child was able to take the sword from its place of rest. His actions caused the balance of mana in this area to shift. Beasts are now rampaging across the land again. Evil in the world is working to seal away the power of the mana sword forever. By defeating monsters and obtaining their orbs, you can reforge and restore the sword's mana power. It looks like your sword regained some power from vanquishing the mantis ant. There are more hidden orbs with the mana power to revive the sword. You must find them. Gemma, I want you to keep an eye on the Empire. It seeks the Mana Fortress's power.
Fortress? Like the one that destroys the world in that fairy tale?
This is no fairy tale. We're talking about the real Mana Fortress, and the Empire that wants its power.
The Empire will try to break the seals on the mana seeds in each palace. I've already caught some Empire spies snooping around my own palace.
There are strange reports coming in from Pandora. Could the Empire be involved?
I do not know. Gemma, you should request an audience with the king and tell him to be wary of the Empire.
Understood. I'll leave now. Head for the cave in Gaia's navel. There's a dwarf blacksmith that lives in the area. Dwarves are known for their weapon-making skills. You should see if they can reforge the sword. As the sword becomes more powerful, your skills will improve, and you'll learn more abilities.
What frightens you so? Eons ago, the ancients used their war machine, the Mana Fortress, in a final battle against the gods. It's not a fairy tale like you were told as a child. As the battle raged and the world reached its end, a hero came with a sword and saved us all. The few who remained rebuilt the world, hoping to protect mana from those who would abuse it. You wield the legendary Mana Sword, but its power has faded. Now it's hardly better than a normal weapon. It used the last of its power to choose a new master.
But why did it pick me?
I don't have that answer. But you drew the sword, and now it's your responsibility to restore its power.
So where do I fit in?
You must become a hero who is worthy of the sword.
That's impossible.
If the Empire restores the fortress, they'll drain the world of mana power. You must restore the Mana Sword to full power before then, or the world will be destroyed.
So where do I fit in?
You must become a hero. Come, hold the sword up to the seed on the altar.
You got 3 blips in the Super Nintendo version. Here, just one shine of light.
What happened?
The seed and the sword have now synchronized with each other. Now, no matter where you are in the world, this mana seed can grant power to your mana sword. You found one of the 8 palaces. Now you must visit the others and obtain the powers of their seeds. I worry about you out in the world with only a rusted sword. Take this spear I imbued with holy water.
Last time she's just like, here's a spear.
Use it along with the mana sword, and it too will regain its true power. I'll heal you. Would you like to save the game?
Yes.
First, take Gemma's advice and head to Gaia's navel. There you can find the underground palace. To reach Gaia's navel, head south through the kingdom of Pandora.
Okay.
I'll heal you. Would you like to save the... First, take to reach Gaia's name.
So I also want to point out the fact that you can't use the D-pad to move. You can only use the left analog stick. Right analog stick doesn't do anything. Not that it's like a huge deal, but I don't know why you just couldn't do both, I guess, but don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Pandora. So now here's where the game kind of opens up a little bit, because technically you could get the princess, or you could get the Sprite child in your party, so you can kind of go out of order, or I guess there is no out of order, but it's up to you on the order in which you get what. Luckily that guy didn't poison me. So those flowers can poison, but if they drop a chest, normally there's an herb in there which protects against poison, well, cures poison. I'm gonna go talk to Nico the cat. He's got crazy things for sale, but his prices are always higher. He sells both items and armor and unique items like barrels and stuff like that.
Welcome to Neko's. Do you need anything?
And he's a cat, get it?
Oh, you're interested. Well, perfectly priced items available.
Alright, let's see. Oh, you can find chocolate. You get more health from chocolate. Yeah, you get the royal jams, which are expensive, and the fairy walnut recovers MP. Need those later. Save, yeah, definitely a couple wishes for sure. Here's the bandana, which I already have, the hair ribbon, and the rabbi cap. The wristband, I can get this. But he sells more. I think I can wait.
Anything else?
I'm gonna wait because I think I can buy it at Pandora for cheaper. And I can't see who's on that picture. It's too zoomed out, but that might be another Easter egg as well. Alright. Nothing else here but Nikos. Now we have to fight more flowers. Let's check out this guy. In the beginning of the game, it doesn't hurt to grind because you kind of fight some bosses that are pretty tough. When you get the Sprite Child, yeah, level 3, that's pretty good. When you fight the Sprite Child, you gotta fight this ostrich thing that comes out of the ground. And he throws these pumpkin bombs at you.
Oh no! The goblin!
So this is part of the game. You have to get kidnapped by the goblins. You get thrown in a pot, and then the princess saves you.
Ow!
You, do not move. Stay still. Very lucky human. You will be main dish tonight.
No!
Delicious human. Very lucky. Dancing has begun. I join in.
Like, why can't he just climb out of the pot himself now?
Hey, you there.
Climb out of
What
the
are
pot
you doing
yourself.
here, you idiot?
Oh, there you go.
Please help me!
Shh, quiet. Come on, let's get out of here.
I owe you my life. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for someone. I saw you being taken away and thought for a second you might be him. I got the wrong guy, though. What a waste of time.
Hey, wait a minute!
She's looking for dialogue
Just
who just
kidding.
warped
Look,
away.
I'm in a hurry. Go back to your village, kid.
Hey, wait! I didn't even get to ask her name.
Alright. Onward. All the white booms. These guys will give you a little bit more experience, but they usually take an extra hit or two. Oh, you know what? I gotta switch to the spear because I can level that up. I don't need weapon level. Quick gear. Options, action, grenade. Oh, they do that here now? That's weird. That's a weird interface. Before, you got the weapon ring and you would equip it there. So now I gotta go to weapon level. Okay. Alright, so I can level this up to 1 if I kill a bunch of guys with it. Or just use it sideways like a baseball bat. Okay. So if I go north there, that's Podos Village. I'm gonna go this way down to Pandora. Yeah, so the spear does not chop down the little bushes. So you can only do that with the sword. Just like the axe, when you eventually get the axe, that's the only weapon that can break rocks that are in the way. Oh, I didn't even get the chest. Okay. The other thing that so the voice acting pretty much is terrible in this remake. The other thing I'm kind of disappointed about is that, yeah, it's got multiplayer, you can play up to 3 players multiplayer, but it's local. They didn't make it online, which, yeah, that requires way more work and resources, but you figure, like, Secret of Mana is such a sacred game, you know, it has a cult following, more than a cult following. Oh, thanks. I'll have to, thanks Attlers, I gotta maybe adjust my audio settings. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Let me see. Hopefully I won't break the stream. Let me try. Where is it? Oh, devices. We want devices. And we want audio devices. Here we go. Just microphone level. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the audio levels are a little bit better now. Thank you for letting me know. Adders02. Oh, cool. Thanks for the confirmation, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't stream on my PlayStation that often, so...
This is the Kingdom of Pandora. I was told to let you pass when you arrived. Sir Gemma's whereabouts? He has come from Tasnica to meet with our king. I believe he's in the castle now.
Much better. Thanks,
just
buddy.
a warning, I wouldn't try to talk to the people in town if I were you.
Alright, so this is Pandora, so if you haven't played this game, they're all basically zombies and nobody talks to you. You just get the 3 dots because they're all under this spell, but you kind of don't find out until a little bit later.
Oh, a customer. Well, I don't keep much stock.
Let's see what I don't think he has... Oh yeah, here we go. Wristbands. Oh, the Kung Fu suit, which I cannot wear. The thing that's weird, what so I don't like about is the wristband. Oh, I guess you flash. Okay, so in the old game, it gave you a little icon on the Super Nintendo game. So obviously he can't wear a hair ribbon and he can't wear the Kung Fu suit because he doesn't flash. But I can wear the wristband, so I guess you flash. So I'm gonna buy one of these.
Else?
No, it's good for now. Thanks, dude. And then you hit the square button and... Alright, equip gear, and then you hit up and down, and now I can equip this, and I get +1 defense. So yeah, at the beginning of the game, you're going to need all the defense that you can get, so well worth it, even if it's only +1. So, I can go in all these houses, maybe I won't do it here in the stream, I'll just go in this one to show that everybody here are zombies, they just don't really move, they don't talk, they don't say anything.
My old wife's gone a bit senile. She doesn't get out.
So, there's just a couple people that actually talk to you. Whenever I play the Super Nintendo game, I just leave here because I go straight to Gaia's Navel as I'm told to go level up the sword. So here's another chick who's brainwashed. But if you go this way, I believe it's over here, and you go up to the castle, you can actually get the cutscene with the princess. The shopkeeper doesn't sell you anything here because he's a zombie, so after you free the town, if you come back, he sells way better stuff. So I'm gonna kind of stay true just to how I usually play the game, and I'm gonna go this way. Actually, you know what, let me save it real quick at the inn.
You staying? Help yourself to. Hang on. That'll be 10 GP.
Nah, I don't need to sleep, but I will save real quick. Alright, so now we are going to head west and go to the underground palace. I'm going to fight the guys along the way because I do want to level up, because that's going to be important. Alright, so I got my spear and my sword both to level 1, which is the highest I can get both of them now. But I'll just use the spear because why not? Maybe I'll put the sword on actually because I think there's a couple of plants that you gotta chop down. But not a big deal. Yeah, I want to say the enemies, like these rabbits, they jump around way more than the Super Nintendo version. Like, so the enemies are like more aggressive. It'll be interesting to see how it plays with, you know, more bosses and enemies being on screen in the future. I think these buzz guys, these flies, give you a little bit more gold and experience. Yeah, they take more hits. Oh, there's a smash attack. Yeah, sometimes you get an extra animation. The Super Nintendo version was the same way. You just hit the button and he just sometimes does a slightly different attack for whatever reason. I've never figured it out. Maybe there's a rhyme or reason to it, but... Alright, we're gonna keep going this way. Over the bridge. Yeah, this is exactly like the Super Nintendo game. So if you see the mini-map in the corner is the Super Nintendo game, just in pixel form. And if you get hit by that, that'll put you to sleep for a few seconds. So I like the throwback to the Super Nintendo version, but at the same time, you know, there's like no changes made. Like the environment and everything are exactly the same. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just maybe, I don't know, just change things up slightly to make it just new to veterans who played the Super Nintendo version a million times like I have. Oh, he put me to sleep. Yeah, so that guy up there, he puts you to sleep, and then if he hits me, he can poison me too. Let's see if I can take him out. Alright. Maybe he'll give me an herb. Oh, yeah, sometimes you get bombs and things that attack you and put you to sleep and poison you. So all chests are not good when they're dropped from enemies. The chests that you just find in dungeons and stuff are fine, usually. Alright, we're gonna keep going. There's a little town along halfway there. It's coming up on the left. And they sell stuff too. I'm gonna see if... I think they have slightly better armor, maybe? I can't remember now. But it's worth it to check out. Yeah, when you go to the Underground Palace, to get the Sprite character, you have to give the Sprite is basically a part of a circus, if you want to call it that. And in order to see the circus show, you have to give like the circus owner guy, it's like 100 gold or 200 gold or whatever it is, and then to like save the Sprite you gotta pay more gold, so you kind of need a lot of gold to kind of advance the story here in the beginning of the game. But you just kind of get it naturally if you just go.
This is Kipo Village.
Kipo Village. Yeah, so you can save there. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Stop by Dad's store later.
Yeah, so you go in here. This, I can't remember if this is just accessories or if this is armor too.
What?
Oh, he's got stuff too. Okay, so yeah, here's an elbow pad. Can't wear the Kung Fu dress. Or I could get, yeah, this is what you want. So you want to get the chain vest, and you want to get the elbow pad. So I can upgrade. I don't want to get the Kung Fu one. I can't even afford it anyway. So, and I'll buy a medical herb. I'll buy two because they're here, and I don't have any yet. Alright, so I'm going to hit this button, and I'm going to go to armor, and I'm going to hit up, and I'm going to equip this for +1. So I guess technically I didn't really need to get the... Well, there's actually a trophy. If you buy all the armor, you get like a silver trophy or something, maybe. Alright, there's just a couple of houses up there. I'm not going to do it for the purpose of the stream. I just want to get to... I just want to get to the place where I gotta go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go save it real quick. Just because I'm here. In the beginning of the game, you can get some unfortunate things that happen where you can get like a couple of smash attacks that can kill you. So it's worth it to save because there are no... Unless this PS4 version is different, but... where you can instantly like restart or something, but normally it just boots you back to the main menu, and you gotta start from your last save. Yeah, I feel like the beginning of the game is what obviously everybody sees the most because it's the beginning of the game, right? I know that's kind of stupid, doesn't make sense, but as you get further and further into the game, you know, you get way more environments. You go to like go to a desert, you go to a snow level, you go to the Mana Fortress at the end of the game. Yeah, we want to go down. We don't want to go up yet. Eventually you will. Oh, I've got to be careful around these guys because I don't want to get poisoned. And if you time it right, I can maybe hit both of them again. There you go. And these guys. So when you play the Super Nintendo version, a lot of the enemies had weird hitboxes. Sometimes you would hit them, sometimes you would strike right through them. But this one seems to have fixed that because you can kind of... So see how this guy's on the ground? And I'm going to hit him again while he's still on the ground so you can kind of cheese him. You couldn't always do that in the Super Nintendo version. You would hit him down and you'd kind of have to wait for him to get up again. But the Super Nintendo version, if I'm not mistaken, was programmed by one guy. His name was Naseer, and he also programmed... He was with Square for years in the early years, and he programmed, I think, the Game Boy game. I want to see some work with the Final Fantasy series. Like, this is getting weird because this guy's above me now. But, like, this one guy, I think, programmed the whole Super Nintendo game. Maybe there was a couple others, but for the most part. And I want to... There's some crazy story. If you Google it, you Google this guy again. I think it's Nasir maybe. And he was like a refugee from somewhere, and he like taught himself how to program, and so it's kind of a cool story behind this guy. I don't know too much about him, but there's been some articles and things on the internet I think about him, but yeah, so that was, you know, that could have been a bug in the original game because a lot of the hitboxes just sucked. So if you go to the right here, it's going to take you to a dead end, but if you go this way, you can kind of make your way through. I'm just going to go this way just for the sake of time. So this is the long way, and you got to fight these kind of Pokemon Zubats, and you got to be careful because these guys are getting stronger. So you go this way, you go the long way, and these goblins are sleeping, and you can get a free hit as they're sleeping. The slimes, you don't want to fuck with the slimes because they just keep multiplying, and you can run into problems if you don't. Yeah, they have high evade. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. So the slimes, not good enemies to fight. Better to run at this point in the game. Yeah, all the enemy placements too are in the exact same spot from the Super Nintendo version. Another time bomb. These goblins, they take a couple extra hits, but since you can cheese them as they just lay on the ground, not a huge deal. And I could really use the experience and the gold. It also seems like the spear has a slightly bigger reach than the sword because he kind of baseball swings it. Baseball bat swings it. Alright, he's dead. No chest, let's keep going. And if you go up, there's a switch. So see, there's this lava here. You can't get past the lava, but you go up and to the left. And there's a switch in this room over here. And I think when you leave the room, maybe they respawn. Well, we'll see. Haven't really gotten to a situation like that yet. I also noticed you can, if you time the attack just right, you can kind of, you don't have to wait for 100, like by the time the attack connects, as long as that's 100%. Oh, so you hit him with 91, okay, so it's still pretty high. Yeah, so it's still better to wait for a full 100%. Ah, damn it. Alright, I'm gonna use an item. Where's the items? Action grid, weapon level, guide, the game log, status, targeting, equipped gear. Like, that's so weird. Where's the items? This is equipped gear. Like, I don't like this ring in the new game. So targeting wouldn't be there. Status? Yeah, what the game log, guide. Magic level, I don't have magic yet. Weapon level. There's gotta be another button. Hold on. No. Oh, you gotta hit up and down. Stupid. So that's totally different now. Okay, that's very misleading. So you hit the triangle, square button, and then you hit up and down to equip your weapons. Okay, alright. Alright. Figured that out. Okay, I hit the switch in that swing, so you can hear the noise, and I killed both those guys at the same time. And now the lava will go away, so I can now pass. And they put this thing here too. So you can walk across nice and easy. Yeah, see the enemies, they came back. They respawned, I just killed them. But they're back. Alright. And I think I gotta go this way first. Oh, so that's just one big screen. So there was, in the Super Nintendo game, there was a transition there. But it wasn't like a full screen transition, the camera just kinda panned downward. Jeez. Yeah, see, look at all these enemies. Different AI. They weren't that aggressive in the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, these guys, you don't wanna... Yeah, see, high evade, you don't wanna mess with that. You know what? I wanna go back real quick. I think I missed something. I'm second guessing myself. I wanna go this way real quick. And... Oh, you can't go. Okay. Alright, I feel better about that. So you have to go this way. And I don't think I can go... I know I have to go up. That's where the town is. Well, if you want to call it a town, village. Just a bunch of dwarves hanging out. Where the Sprite child is. And this guy's gonna balloon me. Ballooning means you can't move. It's only level 0, so it only lasts a few seconds. Just more annoying than anything here. But later in the game, you get balloon level 7. You gotta wait forever, and then while you're ballooned, the enemies just wail on you. Hiya. You know what? I think... you know what? I gotta go back. Damn it, I missed something. This is the way you have to go. I want to go the way I don't have to go, which is up here. I think there's a chest in here. It's this way. I think there's a chest in here. Let's see if I remember right. Yes. Yes, you gotta go down. Yeah, the magic rope. So the magic rope, yes, there, okay, I feel better about that, yeah. So if you're ever in a dungeon, you can use the magic rope and you instantly warp to the beginning. And that's the only place where that item is in the game. So it is kind of missable, as I almost did right there. It's not that you need it. There's a couple of times it just makes your life a lot easier. Because instead of walking all the way through a dungeon that you beat, you can just instantly warp to the end, so it saves you some time. And some of the later levels in the game too, after you beat the boss, there's no more enemies to fight, so you have to tediously walk back, so that's why you get the magic rope. One more hit with this guy should do it. Yep, and you gotta go down here. So those stalagmites that came out of the ground, you could eventually chop those when you get an axe. Yeah, so you can't go up here yet. You gotta hit a switch. You gotta go to the other side up here. And there's a switch. I just hit it as I attacked him. You can see that thing fell down. And again, I know it's kind of tedious killing these guys, but you really can use the experience and the gold. Alright, so now this is dropped, so you can go over here, and now the way to the dwarf village is open. They call this the underground palace. Or a guy's name, so you get these...
Dwarf Village!
Dwarf Village, there you go.
I can hear rumbling from somewhere even deeper underground than we are. Sounds like...
So that's the boss that you have to fight shortly.
You from the... You know a young Sprite child got washed down here a while ago. Now they work as a sideshow.
Yeah, see? Sideshow act.
Looking for the underground palace? Why? It's been lost and buried for ages.
So it opens up after you fight this boss.
Get lots of small wings. Give me a break.
And I'm gonna go up here. Nothing's down here. Oh, yeah, it's just another ladder. So yeah, here's what I want to. I think it's the same stuff. I don't think anything. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, power vambrace. So I think these are wristbands. So I'm gonna get this. And yes, for sure, the spiky suit. Okay, minor robe. Oh yeah, the headgear. Yeah, see, this is why you need some of the...
Anything else?
See, I got $300.
Come again.
So I'm gonna equip this real quick, but I think you need like $300. Now there's the magic rope. See, it teleports you to the entrance. And you gotta go here to equip. So that's a nice upgrade, and I want, yep, this sweet suit, and this power vambrace. That's a new, I forget what they called it, but it wasn't that in the Super Nintendo version. I'm gonna go save it over here. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at ZachGaz, which is ZACKGAZ. You can check out my personal site, which is squallsnake.com, and then I also write for mygamer.com. Post a ton of news, reviews, all that good stuff on mygamer.com. Go check it out. Put us in your favorites. You can follow us on Twitter at mygamernews. And again, Zach Gaz, ZACKGAZ on Twitter. Here's Watts.
Hand me your sword. Ah, it's covered in rust. It'll break in no time if you leave it like this. I am Watts, the blacksmith. I'll reforge that for 100 GP. All right. Now wait, what?
Yeah, so you need money to upgrade your sword. I might not have enough money to get Sprite.
I've never seen a sword as fine as this one. What a waste that it got rusted over. Just looking at it takes my breath away. I hope someday I can forge such a splendid sword myself. What? What's this? My hammer is glowing. Wait. Don't tell me that's the Mana Sword of Legend.
So this is how you get the axe.
This is phenomenal. I think the Mana Sword has imbued my hammer with some of its power. I'll try it out and forge a new axe for you. Come back in a little while.
Yeah, so not ready yet. So you get the axe from him, you could chop this down, you go up there, you activate the shortcut. So now that I could potentially... I mean, I'm going to fight the boss, but I'm going to equip my sword. I wonder if I have enough gold. I don't know if I can do this or not. Yeah. So you go this... I think the game wants you to go this way first. And they show you the show for, like, again, 100 gold or something. I don't remember the amount, but yeah, here we go. Cutscene, we'll see. She's like, nobody's here. Here's this guy.
Step right up. That's it. This is Dwarf Village's world-famous sideshow exhibit. Entry is 50 GP.
So you pay 50 gold here.
Let's start the show. Our first oddity is the one and only Rabbite Man. It's both a man and a rabbite. Rabbite Man!
So it's a horrible joke, get it?
What? A hoax? I can't put anything past you, huh? And now, I present to you a bona fide Sprite child. This kid is the real deal.
Oh, woe is me and this sad life I live. Please, kind travelers, won't you help?
Come closer and listen to their story. You'll cry. You'll weep. This poor child
Yeah.
has a 50,000 GP debt to pay off before they can go free. They're working here to pay it back little by little. If you have any heart at all. Even a small contribution of 100 GP would be a...
Oh, so this is it here, yeah. So I just have enough money.
I'll take that, thank you! What? There's nothing more to see here. Leave!
So it's a trick. They used it to make you feel bad, and here's this small little thing, but you go back here, and you're like, oh, what a sucker, he gave us his money. You get the money back, but you just have to pay it up front to get that, to finish that cutscene.
Acting back there. That guy was on the verge of tears, I could tell.
See?
Don't forget my storytelling. I got them hook, line, and sinker. Oh, we'll make a fortune off this scam.
How long have you been standing there?
Please, forgive us. This child really is a young Sprite. That wasn't a lie. They lived in Sprite Village, but they were washed down into the caves with the floodwaters. So I was just helping them to earn money to get home. Besides, this...
Pretty good con, huh?
Hey, apologize.
Fine. I shouldn't have. Happy now?
I am ashamed to have taken part of this ruse. Here's your money back.
Yeah, see, so you get your cash back.
I apologize.
I didn't mean anything by it.
So, and this is, if you go this way, this is the back, the stage, the show. But when you leave, this is where you fight the boss.
I apologize.
Yeah. And the Sprite Child is actually a dude. It looks like a girl, sounds like a girl.
Whoa! What?
And here's where you get the earthquake.
Something's coming!
Alright, so hopefully I can beat this guy, because normally I like to grind just a little bit more. And he throws this pumpkin bomb and you gotta keep moving, see? If you kill these little things first, it helps. I think I got it. Alright. So he throws the pumpkin bombs. Gotta keep moving so you don't get hit by him. So you can't hit him when he's in his shell, he absorbs it. Shouldn't be too much longer, maybe a couple more hits. Nice boss battle music. Okay. Defeated Tropicalo. Never knew how to say that. But yeah, you just get the trophies for defeating bosses, the majority of the trophies in this game. Way to go, and you get a spear orb. There you go. But yeah, you need that money to buy the axe from Watts and then upgrade the
Could have
spear.
handled those guys myself, you know.
Sorry about that. The shock from getting washed away affected this child's memories. They can't remember anything. They're a good child. Just with a few attitude problems. And a loud mouth.
Yeah, well, it'll all work out eventually. Why rush it?
Tropicalo was sealed away in the palace. Since it got out, that must mean there's a way in. If you harness the power of the mana seed, you might even get your memories back, little one.
What? Why didn't you say so earlier? I'll go there right now.
You can't go alone. The palace was buried long ago. Who knows how many monsters are infesting that place now? You managed to defeat Trapacalo. Would you be so kind as to accompany this sprite to the palace?
There you go.
You managed to defeat Trapacalo. Would you be so kind as to accompany...
Yes.
What luck! Did you hear that? Now, be sure to listen to everything he says, and don't give him any lip.
Okie dokie. Just don't get in my way, okay? Bro.
Bro.
Bro? I have a name.
That's a new translation, by the way.
How about you give me a name? That'd be easier all around.
Popo. Popio. Yeah, we will go with default names here.
Sure. I guess that works. Nice to meet you, bro.
I always just call them Sprite. Like the drink. Alright.
Good luck! You can go straight to the palace using that hole over there. But be careful! That witch from the north, Elena, sealed the palace off with a cave of magma. First, you have to go to Elena's castle to ask her to dissolve her seal. You know, she wasn't always like this. Elena used to be a good witch. Go north to her castle in Haunted Forest and ask her to open the seal. Here is the set of bow and arrows we found when the little one washed up. Take them.
So you can level those up now too.
That reminds me. Watts the blacksmith was looking for you. You should stop by his workshop.
So, let's see. Oh yes, you get the boomerang because that just comes equipped, and then you get the bow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna give him the sword, and then you hit the triangle button, and actually I'm gonna give him the spear. But I want to see what armor. Oh, she doesn't have anything. She's got a minor robe on. Oh, so yeah, we gotta go buy stuff. So first I'm gonna buy stuff, defensive items. We're gonna need that before I might have to go grind and get some levels up to buy all this stuff from Watts too. I might not even have enough for here. 150. Definitely want to get a spice. So yeah, right now minor robe, you can see it's 22 bucks. Or a chain vest for 120, or you want the big guy for... Hats aren't that expensive, so yeah, we're gonna get a spiky suit for the Sprite, because she's flashing. And I cannot buy one of these yet, so I will buy a... Oh, they can only buy a rabbite cap, so I'm gonna do that.
Anything else?
No. Alright, so I'm gonna hit triangle button. So square button goes to the player that you're playing as, triangle goes, and that's, what's weird is, so it's always centered on the screen, even though it's got the Sprite's icon, whereas the Super Nintendo version, the ring goes around the player, so you can kind of see, like, it gives you a better visual indicator of who you're equipping. And this, and I don't have enough, I can give her this old one, maybe. No. I can clip this in the meantime. Alright, I'm gonna go to Watt. I'm gonna see if I can buy... Oh, and I'm not gonna have enough money, because I think he like, hey, buy this axe for like, 100 gold, and then I got the spear ore, but that also takes like 100 gold, and I just spent it all.
Well, I tried making that axe, but it didn't turn out how I thought it would. I wonder why. What's happened to that boomerang? Wait! Try holding this axe! Aha! I can reforge these weapons, but the mana power won't activate unless you hold them. This axe is mighty special. It may be compact, but you can smash a boulder with it. Wanna buy it? Take it with you for 100 GP.
I only got 81.
Oh? Well, come back if you can.
I can maybe sell some old items or something to get a 20 extra gold that I need. Alright, well, I've been streaming for over an hour, and I think my stream actually cuts off after like an hour. So I got an hour 15 here, so I'm gonna call it a day for today. But again, you can follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, Z-A-C-K-G-A-Z. My personal site is squallsnake.com. You don't even need www, just go straight to squallsnake.com, and then go to www.mygamer.com. And put us in your favorites. So I write a bunch of reviews. I'm the editor-in-chief of mygamer.com, and then I just post whatever the hell I want on Squall Snake. Usually I kind of double up on the articles, but both are awesome sites. Go check it out. Spend a lot of time posting stuff, writing stuff, and reviewing stuff. Adders, thanks a lot. Appreciate it again. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for letting me know about my mic. I appreciate it. And you could follow me and stuff here on Twitch if you wanted to as well. So thank you for everybody who's watching. I am going to post this on my YouTube channel. And until next time, game on and enjoy the evening.